Welcome to the DZ Report. Don't you know I love haters? Now, Splinter Cell. I didn't play Splinter Cell a lot as a kid or growing up. I was more of a Metal Gear Solid guy. Splinter Cell, of course, made by, was an adaptation of Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. You have Sam Fisher in it. You have McClendon, whatever her name, McKenna, excuse me. McKenna. It's crazy how they use McKenna in this and they just use that in the movie The Predator. Like, what's going on? No creativity. But anyway, so you basically have an agent who was in the field, and she fell in love with this other agent who we see in the beginning is calling for Grim, who is of course over the special ops team. Basically with a black ops, a special ops, whatever you want to call it. She's in charge of it. So she realized, that her and the guy were having a relationship. Now, McKenna got there to pull him out. He's been compromised and he was in a corner. So his comm went out. So Grim basically hit McKenna up. McKenna basically was like, all right, bet. She went in there, took out everybody, and then saw the person she loved tortured and unalive. So she goes berserk, blows the mission, taking out everybody. She ends up getting herself cut fatally not fatally, but gets herself cut. She can't reach back to HQ because they've been compromised. They were hacked. Most likely from, of course, the person that was torturing the man she loves. So Sam Fisher is retired. He's in Poland, relaxing, got his dogs, got his cows outside, and he's just living life to the fullest. Getting all these robocalls just like everybody else get. So she sends her there, and they of course got a tracker on her because they've hacked their system, so they know where she's going. They drop down. He gets her out the car before they can even get the drop on her. And Sam takes everybody out, drives her to the safe house, ditches the comm where they being tracked. And, they went from there. That's where your story picks up. This was a very good show. If you're tired, I suggest you don't watch it because it has a lot of talking in it. It's a lot of dialogue. And I love movies that have dialogue in it because it shows you the engagement and the severity of the situation. So her and Sam go on this ride to uncover the truth, to see what's really going on, why the love of her life was unalive like he was. It was crazy. And then you get to the ending. The ending was great. I loved the ending. The ending was perfect. It was a perfect way to end a movie based on espionage and based on a bunch of secrets. You figured out during the whole thing that Sam had a relationship with the person who's the bad guy. Or not the bad guy, but just have their own propaganda. I don't really go by that good guy, bad guy crap because to me it's about ideologies in a Splinter Cell movie because they're all bad. They're all bad people. They're all unaliving people for what they suspect is the greater good. All this bullshit that they teach you. Bruh, it ain't nobody good in this. Like, it was very climatic. I loved the characters. Grim, you know, you could tell she cares about her field operatives. It's like she cares and hopes they're good. It's been plenty of times she could have just reported them for being off the grid. She didn't, because she has that much trust in them. And that's why when Sam was like, man, I love her style, and Grim said, yeah, that's what worries me. She just like you. You know what I'm saying? But Grim, the thing I love about Grim knew how to be the leader. She knew when she had to beg, hey, she begged. Look, I ain't going nowhere. If she had to show it, she would do it. She didn't care. She was trying to do whatever it takes to get the job done. And that's what I love about Grim. Joe is basically the assistant, more like the friend and all this. She basically's there next to Grim. They're guiding McKenna and Sam along the way. Sam realized a lot of his stuff was compromised, so they had to get up out of there. The one crazy blonde chick, she was basically, you know, she really wasn't really working for the sister. She was working for the younger brother. The younger brother basically was the mastermind behind like everything down the stretch being overturned. Like, he made his sister believe she was more important. You know, that's why Sam couldn't unalive her, because you know, Sam has history with her and her dad. Her dad did some things, compromised himself by unaliving a prisoner. He had to report it, and him and the dad and him were never cool. He was running all these arms deals, and then he basically gave up Grim, Sam, and the whole team. And for what? For money? That's why Sam got rid of him like he did. And it was a setup. The guy came and took the money because he knew what time it was to set him up. So you got to see past things and then the present things, which I love. I liked that a lot about it. They incorporated the past. They would do it as a flashback, so you know what was going on in the story. I wish a lot of stories would do stuff like this instead of just doing a whole backstory and shit. Doing a whole backstory for no reason. It's like, why are we doing a whole backstory? Just do a couple flashbacks. Let's move the hell on. That's all you got to do. You know? So, I gave the show 4 stars out of 4. Very entertaining to me. I love the dialogue. The dialogue was very much needed. You know what I'm saying? The dialogue was very much needed. So that's just how it is. I loved it. I love the plot twist and everything. I love how McKenna was being tortured. She was strung up. You thought it would be the old cliche. He would come and save the day, but he went to go confront Diana. They had their dialogue, which I loved that. Then, of course, they were unalived, and then he figured it out. It was the brother. Like I said, the brother was pulling the strings. And then at the end, to end it off, You a ghost now. Or your soul is going above or beneath you.